This is the Global Economic Commodities Scrap Metal and Recycling Report by BENLEE Roll-Off Trailers and Open Top Scrap Gondola Trailers, May 4th, 2020. COVID-19 deaths are now forecast to be 73,433, which is troubling in that this forecast has increased for the second straight week. 4 days ago, the U.S. had the most COVID deaths in any one day at 2,909, again in just one day. There are now 67,686 dead in the U.S., so there are now more dead in the past 9 weeks than Americans died in the 20-year Vietnam War. Other bad news, as of yesterday, no U.S. state had met the White House guideline of 14 days decline in new cases so as to reopen. The good news is remdesivir is now the first FDA-approved drug as a therapeutic. A vaccine is still about 8 to 18 plus months away. U.S. weekly steel production fell to 1.25 million tons, about a 10-year low, as most automotive and other manufacturing remains closed. Oil price rose to $19.78 a barrel on global production cuts and small increases in demand, but global storage may max out, taking price and production down. The U.S. oil rig count fell to 325, near a 10-year low, as low prices bring lower production. U.S. weekly oil production fell to 12.1 million barrels a day, down 1 million barrels a day in just 6 weeks, as U.S. shale oil and traditional oil fell. Iron ore was steady at $83.50 a ton on good China demand, but limited other demand. Scrap steel #1 heavy melt export buying price, Philly, rose to $185 a gross ton on just okay demand, but very limited supply. Scrap steel #1 heavy melt was steady at $186 a gross ton. May prices could be up slightly due to very low demand, but very low supply. Hot rolled coil steel rose to $23.67 on continued slow demand, but slightly higher scrap prices. Copper fell to $2.31 a pound, but off the low of about 6 weeks ago, which remains positive as China and parts of the U.S. reopen. Aluminum fell to 65.4 cents per pound on limited supply and demand. April's China's manufacturing index fell to 49.4 as COVID-19 hurt domestic and Chinese demand. New export orders fell the most since December 2008. The loss of jobs also accelerated. U.S. GDP for the first quarter ending March was negative 4.8%. The White House forecast for 2018 and out years was 4, 5, and 6% growth or more. Actual 2018 was 2.9, not 4. 2019 slowed to 2.3, not grew to 5. And pre-COVID, the 2020 was forecast by most to slow again to 1.9%, not grow to 6% or more. Due to COVID, 2020 could be negative 6 or worse. April's U.S. manufacturing index was revised lower to 36.1, a record low. New orders and exports fell at record rates due to measures to contain COVID. Initial weekly jobless claims fell to 3.8 million, so 30.3 million jobs have been lost in just 6 weeks. This is a horrific number that is actually being propped up by the PPP, the Payroll Protection Program. Unemployment percent in April is estimated to be 10% plus, going to 15% plus in July. March's U.S. personal savings rate spiked to 13.1%, a 39-year high, as people stayed home and couldn't spend. This is good news for future spending. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 52 points to 23,723 as the economy begins to reopen. The U.S. government is spending about $2.8 trillion of stimulus, combined with $4 trillion plus of Federal Reserve buying. As comparison, the 2009 stimulus was $787 billion. So the $2.8 trillion is 3.6 times the 2009 number. Note, this is all borrowed money. Nothing is free. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions. And importantly, we hope you, your family, friends, and employees stay safe.